Alright, YouTube, it's Drizit back again. I have been doing a couple of things to get caught up here and get us up to where I said we would. We'll have a quick look. I'll give you a tour. I had to make a couple of changes on the home planet, as well as the titanium planet. We're going to have a quick peek here. As you can see, we've got some logistics going. I tried to actually park it here for this shot because I thought it was cool, but apparently that's not where it's going to open. Anyhow, we have processors going into our logistics network because why not? We are bringing the titanium ore, well, titanium plates out of the logistics network. And we've also got away. We've also got, we will be bringing in the titanium alloy, and we're sending out the refined oil. In the last video I said that I wasn't sure how we were going to do sulfuric acid. Well, that's how. So, to add to this, I've added a few more of these because I noticed our yellow science wasn't keeping up, and I have added a ton of thermal power plants. I mean, all of these down here, all of these over here, and that is just to try to keep up with the hydrogen that this is putting out. To keep it going, because I noticed that the hydrogen had backed up, and so therefore we weren't getting anything else down the line, be it oil, be it organic crystals, be it plastics, and so therefore we were not getting whatever these are called, titanium crystals, and so therefore we weren't getting any significant amount of yellow science. Half the second tower was off, and this entire tower was off. So, yeah, that had to get fixed. So hopefully that is burning fast enough. I've added a whole bunch of extra buffer storage. I've also stuck hydrogen into the logistics network because the next thing we work on will be fractionators. How am I doing for fuel here before we leave the planet? Not great. Okay, that's okay. We'll fly around here a little bit. We've got a couple of other things to see that I had to set up here. So we've added some more logistics over here. This is to take all of that oil that we've been backlogging here, which hasn't been getting used. We were burning it at one point, but for some reason we aren't anymore. I thought we were burning it here. Apparently we're burning graphite there? That doesn't make sense. Why would I be burning graphite? Whatever. We gotta use it somehow, I guess, right? To keep this stuff going, to keep the oil producing, and to keep the hydrogen producing. So anyway, the oil is going into the network now, into logistics. I've brought it from both these refineries here, as well as these refineries here, because their oil was excess. Their oil didn't have a job in life. So it's going down to that same tower to send out. We've topped another tower in here, and it's getting used to send out raw coal, which doesn't make sense at first, but I needed coal to make steel, and I couldn't get it where I wanted it. So I figured I just get the coal here, stick it in the network, and ship it locally. We're also bringing in the green motors to the logistics network, and we're bringing in, where is it? Graphene. We're also bringing the graphene into the logistics network. So that is good to go. Now, over here, as you can see, I've done a bunch of local towers because I don't. It's hard to afford the big towers right now, so I haven't done a bunch of them. Eventually these will probably get replaced with big towers, but this one is also taking hydrogen to the local network. I'm not using it for anything yet, but it's there. And then again, I've set up a bunch more burners, and I've also tried to sort of balance the hydrogen creation from those guys down there and bring it over to these burners here, which are already burning hydrogen. So that's where that's going. Now, somewhere, let's zoom out here. Somewhere, yeah, okay. Okay, so that section over there is all new. This piece of the planet here. Nope. No. No. This? No. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, this one is making graphite. And no, that's old. So that's making graphite for this stuff over here. So that's old. That's from previous. This, however, is new. So what we're doing here is we're taking the iron from these mines, and apparently that one is not connected. I'm gonna need to get belts. Need to go shopping. Need to go to the mall. Okay. Hello? There. Okay. So we've got these mines here coming into a load balancer because I've got 3 belts coming out of the mines and I only need 2 into the array. So we've got a load balancer here. We come into this array to make the magnetic rings. And we come into this array here with coal from the logistics network to make graphite. And then the graphite comes along here, along with the magnetic rings, and comes into here along with the green motors coming from the logistics network to produce these super magnetic rings. So I just saved the connection so that you guys could watch production begin. And there. Drones. Hello, drones. Okay. Fill the belts, all the machines start to wake up. And we're starting to get a supply out. Now, I've just fed these into the logistics network because, well, who knows where we're going to need to move. Oh, we've got a lack of power here. Okay. Why? I don't care why. I'm just going to put a power pole there and fix it. You know what? I bet you if we put a power pole here, that would probably fix it too. Let's do that. Maintains the cleanness of the whole setup. Okay. See, there's always troubleshooting on an array to do, even when it's a smallish one. I mean, it's small because it's using logistics. Don't forget, in order to get to this, we needed that whole setup that's producing the green motors from before. And that is just going into the logistics array. I'm only storing 2,000 here. Maybe we'll bump that up. We'll let it store 3,000. That's a lot. That's a fair number. Well, yeah. That's a lot of resources. So, that I think is about it on this planet. I don't think we did anything else that's too interesting. No. No. So let's go to the mall, because I need fuel and I need belts. I mean, technically I could grab graphite from there. Yeah, I showed you that we're bringing titanium in there, and that's getting us our yellow science flowing consistently now, rather than just every now and then. Okay. Well, that was pretty good aim. Okay. So, what do we got here? Ooh, we just made it. We just ran out of fuel. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 6? How many does that leave me? That leaves me 4. I want one more. Actually, I'm gonna bring a few and leave them on the other planet, because when I'm building over there, I need fuel. Okay. Now we need some belts. I mean, I have belts on the other planet, but considering that all the stuff that I'm doing, I started off with 2,000 belts. I'm just, yeah. So, and you know, we've got some more projects coming up that are going to eat into our belt supply. But one of the things that we're going to be doing, now that we're making those super magnetic rings, is we're going to start looking into using the logistics network to make our level 3 belts. So, where is our planet? We need this map. Where are we going? Haha. Okay, directly away from the sun. It's now easier to find with the ships going back and forth. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do, we need to go through science, because there's a few things here that we can get that we should. We cannot get those yet, we need purple science. But we can get particle broadband, which I don't remember what it does. We can get high strength glass, get cashmere crystals, which is it's important for something, I can't remember what. But we're going to need even more stuff to use this, because we need those titanium crystals that we're using for science right now. So then we'll need to build even more organic crystals, or find somewhere that can give us this. What else have we got? Oh, we can go for strange matter, but that's expensive. But what we really could do is we can look at the mecha upgrades. So we can go faster walk speed. That's nice. However, drive engines make us fly faster. And then once we get the mecha core, we can unlock warp motors. Okay. Now, we're going to be getting into some solar sails soon, so I want to upgrade those. Start on those. We can start on sorter stacking. We can do logistics engines, and capacity is a big one. Can we do veins? No, we can't do vein utilization. More logistics capacity. More logistics capacity. Okay. So we're getting lots more logistics capacity, which is good. We're basically going to use our queue. Oh, well, queue's full. So we've basically used our queue on upgrades for our stuff, rather than on new technology. Because frankly, I think right now we need to concentrate on this stuff, because there's a lot here that we can get. We can go for a couple of vertical constructions. I mean, yeah, we can get up to level 5, right? Um, for the sorter capacity, yeah. Yeah, the cargo stacking, we can get all the way up to level 5. Um, logistics drone engines, right? So we can get level 3 of that. And we really need to work on this stuff. So yeah, level 4 capacity, you know. We really need to work on this so that way we can start making this logistics network more efficient, because our next thing is to start moving into solar sails to start getting power. And solar sails are going to take a bit of logistics usage. So our science is still moving along. That's good. What's this? Oh, you're going that way. Okay. Why is that belt empty? Oh, because the science is eating it all. Okay, fair enough. What even is it? Chips. Mecha sail speed. Cool. So it will now take us less time to get between planets, and that is a bonus. Let's add something else to the queue. Let's add more carrier speed. Nope, that's already queued. This one? Queue. Okay. Now, I've been playing around with video editing more and more lately. Okay, there's the sun. Where's our planet? Hello? There? No, that's 4. We got 3, don't we? Where is it? There it is, to our left. Okay. Left. Left. There. Okay. So I've been playing with video editing a bit, and I've determined that the only way we're going to get stuff done is if I edit. To do this in full real time, it's taking too long, and the videos are either too long or not getting much done. So I'm thinking, because I mean the stuff that I'm showing you, the nickel tour that I'm giving you, you'll see once we go through this planet, it's about 8 hours. Yeah, it's about 8. Whoa. It was about 8 hours worth of work to get all of this done. So, you know, we need to do something about that. I mean, I've still got to spend the 8 hours, but you don't have to watch me. Now, I'm playing with a couple of options in my head. One is similar to the way that I Am Kibitz does it, where he just says, okay, you know, here's the basic setup, and then we're just going to boop it. And one jump cut later, and the array is done. That's totally an option. The other option is to do it the way another content creator whose name eludes me at the very moment. I will put a link to both of their channels in the description, where he does it in fast forward. Does probably about 4 times speed, so you can still see all the action happen, but you don't have to sit there for 8 hours. That's another option. And we can do things like jump cut the stuff, switching planets. But we'll see which one people like. I'm thinking I'm probably going to start by fast forwarding it. We'll put in a few cuts here and there to skip really boring stuff, and then see how we go from there. Like if I wanted to stand here and charge, I would just jump cut that. So that's what we'll do. Okay, well that finishes. We'll add a couple more items to the queue. Okay, so we're out of capacity queuing, but we can add... Oh no, I thought we could add more drive. Okay, that's fine. vertical construction. I really like vertical construction. Can we get another one? Yes, let's do that. Cargo stack? Cargo stacking. So that increases the speed of our Mark III sorters, which is what we've been using for a while. We kind of skipped over the Mark II sorters. I don't think we have any of them left in our world other than the ones that are being used to make Mark IIIs. Just because they weren't so hard to make as the belts. And I think our queue is full? Are we full? I can't tell if we're full. Yes, queue full. Okay. So, and of course it's nighttime now. So we'll start from the start. Okay, so here, I believe you've seen this titanium array. That was done in the previous episode. And that is smelted, or sorry, this is an iron array. My bad. This is the titanium array that you saw in the previous episodes. We got rid of the boxes. We got them emptied out. And I turned the belts around, and the output belts, and fed them straight into the tower. So we no longer have that stack of boxes here. This stack of boxes is all just miscellaneous stuff that I bring with me. And like, you know, what I was saying, we're going to deliver a bunch of graphite here, right? Because, well, I want graphite here, but I don't want a ton of graphite. And I've got a bunch of sorters and yeah. I'm actually going to keep the stuff that's on me. I've dropped off a bunch of resources for handcrafting the odd thing. I've dropped off a ton of belts, some of each building, a bunch of smelters. I mean, all of these smelters might get used up in the next array we build on this planet. It's pretty crazy. So we've got our interstellar logistics going here, where we've got our plates. We're bringing in the refined oil from the home world to make sulfuric acid for these guys, which will start up the array. And then we're also putting out high purity silicone. We're not demanding it anywhere yet, but I figured let's build this array to use this silicone. And this array was built, I believe, on spec for the amount of silicone I was getting out of here, was how I built it. And then we've load balanced all of the outputs into two belts. Well, not load balanced per se, but just split all the output into two belts, so that we're not sending a ton of belts to the tower. Because we've also still got all this titanium around here that we got to use up. And then this iron array is being used for the... so we need iron plates to make steel. So we've got the iron coming in here being plated and one belt of output. And that's not the capacity for the mines, that's the requirement for this array here. So coming into this array, we've got more steel plates being made from these mines. And then they come in to this array, or iron plates, and then they come into this array to make steel. Now the steel just needs the iron plates and that's it. And so it's outputting down to there. Then we've got a couple of titanium mines here and here. Those titanium mines are going through this load balancer, because we only needed 2 belts worth of an input for this array, and we've got tons of it. And it's coming in here, and being made in these arrays into titanium plates, which then come down here as well. Now that's our final output for this array. If we come and look over here though, we've got some stone being mined here, and just as a side, I made a bit of glass and a bit of the stone piles. What are they called? Stone bricks. Just because I had extra stone, not in any sort of capacity, just there in case I need it. I figured most of the time the stone's sitting there. Might as well make a box of each. That stuff comes in, goes again through a load balancing array, because whenever you're coming out of a mine like this, you're not necessarily coming out exactly the same on each belt, right? Like, it's not a full belt each time, it's slightly under a full belt, but if I go 3 miners, it's over a full belt. So I do them in sets of 2 at the moment until we get our level 3 belts going. They come over here, load balance, so that way all of these belts are full. And, yep. Differently than most load balancers though, most of the time the circle is in the air and the outputs and inputs are on the ground. In this case I did them over because they've got to clear the inputs from this tower, which is the refined oil. So this is bringing in refined oil from the interstellar tower. There's only one interstellar tower on this planet so far. There will be more, but for now. So that refined oil is coming in here, along with water from here. Lots of water. There's more water than we technically need, but I got lots of water. And then if we need water somewhere else, we can steal a bit. I mean, this pump isn't even connected. So this water is coming in here, and it's being split off to these two. And then this half of the array is being split off to these two, and running down here along with the iron or the stone rather, and the oil to produce sulfuric acid. Now the sulfuric acid comes over here, again goes through load balancing because we only need 2 lines of sulfuric acid out, and we've got 3 finished lines coming out. That comes into this array along with all of this good stuff and comes in here. Now, where did I break this array so that we can see it start? Right here? Yes, right here. So I just broke I just broke one of our... There. And away we go. So these will start sucking in all of those iron plates, or is it the steel? It's the steel. Sorry, all those steel bars. And is outputting the first of our titanium alloy, which goes up and over everything because I like vertical separation on belts. I think it's cool. Over all the buildings and down into the tower, where the tower has it as a supply, and it'll hold 10,000. We're going to hold lots here. We're also holding 10,000 refined oil because I don't know how, or 5,000 rather. I don't know how long it's going to take to get the refined oil from the home world, so I want to make sure we've got a nice buffer here. And then as we can afford it, we'll throw also some more logistics drones in here because they're going to be fairly busy bringing oil and taking away titanium. And as you can see, everything's starting to move again. We needed a little copper for handcrafting something, I can't remember what. So I just threw some miners down. This is the only copper vein on the whole planet. So needless to say, we're not going to be doing a lot of copper work here. Or we're going to ship it in. So we're making the copper plates, and I just stuck them in a box. That way I've got them if I need them. Because that's really the only thing you do with copper ore is turn it into copper plates. So you can see he's bringing back oil, and I guess he's taking out titanium? I don't know. You're not going back empty, are you? Okay. I don't know. He doesn't have a little icon. It's building up. There's none in transit. Why is there none in transit? Let's go back. There should be some in transit. What's going on here? Ah, local demand. There we go. There we go. And we're going to store 10,000 here because, again, I don't know. Why not? We're going to need lots of it. We're going to need a ton. So we might as well max out our capacity here. Because we're probably going to request it in multiple places on the home planet. Because it's going to be, oh, there they go. There they go. It's going to be very important to making everything from here on out. So if we look at, like, we want these ships, right? Well, they need titanium. And we want these, and we need these engines to make those ships. They need titanium ore. We want deuterium fuel rods. Well, they need titanium ore. We could use hydrogen fuel rods for now. We could actually quickly get those producing because we've got so much excess hydrogen at the moment. We could whip some of those up, and we've got the titanium plates coming in. And if we want to, we can easily scale up this, right? Like this is, I believe this is to scale for that mine. I think that's what I based the numbers on. Maybe? I can't remember. Either that or I just, you know, made it. I don't know. Because these mines don't seem to be trucking along that quickly. Hard to say. Hard to say. It's not draining the belts. In any case. But, you know, there's tons of titanium around, right? We got more veins there, we got more veins there, we got more veins there. This planet has lots of titanium, which is good because we're going to need lots of it. But we also need more power. So if we started doing hydrogen fuel rods, we could send them here and burn them for more power. That would also be an option. So we'll look at it because I mean, we could also do more. What's our wind power here? Yeah, our wind is only 70% effective here. So I think I'd rather bring in hydrogen fuel for the moment anyway, until we can get the Dyson array going. And I'm thinking I will probably shoot the Dyson Sphere stuff from here because it's what's the inclination? Yeah, it's 12-degree inclination, which isn't great. But it's also not stuck behind a. Although actually, I could make the ring big enough. Let me play with that. I could make the ring big enough that it goes around the orbit of our home planet, and then make it vertical to the axes, so that way pretty much all the time the planet would have access to shoot at it. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Now, we can add a couple more things to the queue here. Not that. But we can add these. That's already queued. That's already queued. We can add that. And that. Speed up our sorters. We can add... Can we add vein utilization? Nope. Research speed? No. Okay, have we gone through... Oh yeah, we can still do some solar sail stuff. So this is mega important to increase your solar sail life. because when you fire them up there and you're making a Dyson swarm, they only stay for so long, and then they just dissipate and you need to make new ones and replace them. So yeah, apparently turning that array on, yeah. So before that array fired up, we were probably only demanding about half the power we made or less on this planet. Now we're significantly higher. I think we need to do something in the immediate time frame. I swear I had windmills here, did I not? Shoot. Well, I got some. I got some. It's not a lot, but it's some. Anyway, I am going to deploy windmills. We'll deploy windmills at the equator. Because I'm not building down there yet. So, still getting closer, still getting closer. This should be somewhere around the equator. We'll see when we get the build menu up. However, I'm not going to watch you make me place windmills because it's boring. I'm just going to do it, and then yeah, I'm going to do it, and then once it's done, we'll come back, because you've seen me do this before, and it's not that entertaining. Let's be realistic here. So, I will see you in a minute. Alright, and we're back. So, we had enough windmills to make it a little more than a quarter of the way around the equator, and that has really not helped that much. We're definitely going to need to either bring in a lot more windmills or ship in some power, and I think it's going to be ship in some power. Because frankly, we need to burn something here for now, and later on it'll be deuterium fuel rods. Well, it may even be deuterium fuel rods sooner than later, but it's going to be a little while because we're, again, we got to bring in the titanium for it. I also want to automate some belt production at the home planet because I want level 3 belts, and that is now a possibility because we have graphene in the network and we have the supermagnetic rings in the network. So we can take our level 2 belts, feed them into the network if we need to, or drop a local tower down near where our level 2 belts are being made now, feed all of them into it, and throw down some assemblers to start making level 3 belts, and empty out our box of level 2 belts. And then we can start, well, we probably won't bother upgrading much of the level 2 stuff because it's all been pretty much made at scale. There's a couple of belts that I might speed up, but like the big science belts and stuff, because they weren't made specifically to fill a belt. But I want that. We also want to automate production of these and these, but mostly, well, I mean, we have to automate these to get these, and we still want some of these as well, because I would like to, if we're going to start doing deuterium in a big way, we're going to need to bring in more hydrogen. I know right now we've got too much, we need to burn it all, but soon we will need more, and our gas giant has hydrogen. We'll also need to make some of these. For that we will need the carbon nanotubes. Now we won't need too many of those because they kick ass. And the carbon nanotubes is graphene and titanium, things that we have on the home planet now. And I don't think I'll bring titanium or graphene here. I think I'll just continue bringing titanium home. Let's see. Oh, and these we need to make, which is graphene, the green motors, and copper, which is all happening at home because we don't have copper here. And we've got green motors there. we have our green motors at scale for the super magnetic rings that we're making. So we may need to make more, but again, they're copper intensive, right? Because that requires these rings. That's copper, and it requires 2 of these motors, which is 1 ring, and it requires 2 of these rings, which is copper. So in total, you need 4 of these every 2 seconds. No. Yeah, so 2 a second. 2 a second. Yeah. So 2 a second of these. So oh wait, those make 2. Okay, so those make 2 every second. So, but anyway, you're consuming a bunch of copper to do this, right? It's going to be a lot. It's more copper than this planet has on offer. This planet is going to run out of copper quickly. So, like our total copper supply for the whole planet, yeah, 500k. Like, it is literally that one vein, that one location with 4 veins in it. We're not getting much throughput out of that. So we're going to have to make that stuff at home. Now, we could make these at home and ship the rings and those, or we could we could make the rings at home and ship rings here, because we got plenty of iron on this planet. Because if we look at our iron supply, yeah, 21 million. We got lots of iron to play with here. So we could do that. We could make these rings at home. We could just ship copper, honestly, because these rings are iron, right? And we've got more iron here than we do at home. So we could do that. We could just ship a bunch of copper on the network. That's definitely an option. If we need to make more green motors, we could probably do it here. Because yeah, we can ship in the stuff we need, and then the other stuff we need can all be easily made here. So that may be a thing. Yeah, that may be what we do. Okay. But belts, we're definitely going to make it home. And eventually we're going to have everything going into the logistics network, but it's going to take time to get us there, and these are critical to it. So, I mean, we've got to have some more green motors being produced eventually. At the moment, we can just take them from the network and have less of the super magnetic rings available to us. That'll be fine. But long term, we need to make more green motors. And we'll probably do that here. Yeah, that'll work. Woohoo! Or cargo stacking. And then we also want to get these, which involves photons, which is pretty easy. But once we get those, they're not much good without these, right? So if we want to, I'm debating whether I want to shoot them from here or shoot them from the home planet. At the moment, we've got a lack of power here, so until we can fix that, I think solar sails are taking a back seat until we can fix that with some shippable power. Eventually, we'll be able to take power for here from the Dyson swarm, but not yet. But these, again, copper and iron, and what else? Triangles, which is glass from stone. How are we doing for stone? We've got 5 billion stone here. So yeah, we could do glass here from stone. And then these copper and iron. So if we're shipping tons of copper here for this, then we could use some of that to produce this as well. Produce these green chips. That will allow us to produce the photon combiners. And then what else? Oh, and graphene. Well, maybe we will ship graphene here. Because if we're producing graphene here, unfortunately we don't have fire ice on our planet. I wish we did, but we don't. If we ship graphene here, then, I mean, we've got hydrogen in the network. We could bring hydrogen here directly, and we've got titanium here, and make these hydrogen fuel rods here, but no, we have so much hydrogen on the home planet, it's going to be a lot easier to make it there. And then deuterium, for the deuterium fuel rods, we're already bringing out, we've already made the supermagnetic rings at home, so if we wanted to produce those here, yeah, no. So I think our first order of business is getting some level 3 belts going, and then we're going to place down fractionators. I've already built a bunch of them. They're in my inventory already. So we're going to do some fractionators, and we're going to start using up some of our hydrogen that we've got building up. Because also don't forget, these are no good without these. So that's even more, right? Like you see how much we're going to be using these green motors. 20 per for those, 10 per for those. Those ones don't use the green motors. Oh, those do. The supermagnetic rings. 50 for one of those things. I mean, we can only put so many of those down on the gas giant, but still. And then, what do we got? No, those are green motors. But still, you know, I mean, this logistics stuff, it's expensive. It's worth, but it's expensive. Okay, now, where's home? Home? Home. Towards the sun, strangely. Okay. I didn't check my fuel. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. I should check my fuel before we start flying. No. Sun. 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 There we go. Okay. So while we can hit 2,000 meters per second on our sail speed, unfortunately, our fuel tank won't allow us to yet, because we're still only using graphite for fuel. We should have upgraded a while ago to hydrogen, but I've just been working on this stuff for so long. Anyway, we're going to fast forward this space flight so you don't have to sit here and watch it. Okay, and we have crash landed on our science island. Fantastic. Okay. Now, our belt production has traditionally been over here, and we don't need a ton of throughput on the belts. So, like, you know, one assembler's fine. It'll be fine. And I think what I'll do, I think I'll put the tower out here, because I don't want it in the middle of everything. So let's drop the tower. Yeah, there. That works. There works. There's good. And give it power. Now, what do we need for these belts? For these belts, we need graphene and motors. Okay. Now, even though our graphene production is right here, it is going into the logistics network. But I could just run a belt over to there. Let's do that, because that's well, it's cheaper. You know, let's be real here. We need to look at what makes sense. And I think running a belt for our graphene production makes much more sense than paying the energy cost to fly drones. Because, you know, those drones could be better served. Collide with other object. What are you colliding with? What are you... What? Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's do this. How about that? Huh? How you like me now? Let's just leave that there for the moment. I want to figure out what I'm doing here. So, I'm thinking we need an assembler. I wonder if I can do a direct insert. I bet I can. So let's do an assembler there. Actually, let's do this slightly differently. Let's go an assembler there and one there, and let's see, can I direct insert to both of them now? One there, one there. Cool. Okay. Now, they are going to make buildings. That's right, buildings. And paste. Okay. So now they are going to need, what's the recipe? One of each. Okay. Cool. So it doesn't really matter which one goes first, so we'll do this one first. And copy. Hey. I didn't say go down yet. Okay. Now you can go down to ground level. We'll go like that. And then from here, we'll come in that and like that. Now you start bringing in these. Not 5,000. 5,000 is too much. 500? Yeah. Demand. And I seem to be getting a call on Discord. One moment. Okay. Now, let's get these things going. So that's in, that's in, that's in, and that's in. Now, we are going to need an output. How are we going to do this? I've kind of boxed myself in here. I haven't thought this through completely. Okay, I can do this. It's going to look funky, and that's cool. I don't mind funky. Too close. There. And with that, up one. There. Across. And down. Right. Okay. Cool. Cargo stacking. Cool. And then we need an output to this belt. And an output to this belt. And then we need a storage box to store our belts. on that, we're going to give ourselves 1 row to put belts back. I know this seems like a lot, but for the moment it's, well, basically I end up coming and taking, you know, thousands of belts. So, you know, now let's give it all some power. That covers everything. Hello? You have it. You have it? Why are you not getting it? Okay. Okay. You. That. Go. Did I forget to put inserters on the graphene? I did. Okay. That explains why no graphene. That's probably enough graphene. I think that's coming through fast enough. Okay, solar cell life is up. Alright, we're starting to get some level 3 belts. Cool. And this, we can now reduce our supply of level 2 belts. We'll go with 1 row. We'll keep 1 row on hand, just in case something runs out and we're not paying attention. We've got some belts in backup that we can say, hey, we need belts to fix something. We're not sitting there going, oh great, now we gotta handcraft belts forever. So, that'll be good. Okay, we're almost got our first stack of belts. Awesome. Let's throw some more science into the queue. Because, you know. Okay. Is that all we can get now? Are we there? Have we reached our peak? Oh, nope, we can do that. Nope, no mech frame there. We need mecha core, but we need purple science for that. And I'm just not at purple science yet. This particle broadband we need so that we can get purple science. And the high strength glass we need to make something. I think we need to make these, which is used to make quantum chips. And we'll toss that into the queue because we're going to need it. Strange matter. Sure, we'll toss that into the queue because we need it eventually because we're going to want gravity lenses. Yes, okay. Oh, hey, we can get gravity lenses and warpers without purple science. Cool. And then, well, queue's full, so we can't put purple science in there. So, okay. How we doing? We got some belts. Okay, let's put some belts back because we have a ton. We have a ton. You. Okay, so if I'm going to hold on to a stack, I would prefer to hold on to a full stack. And I don't think we have any level 1 belts around that we need to upgrade. Oh, we do. We do. I don't know that we need to upgrade those, but we have so many belts. So let's just get any level 1 belts upgraded, because I'm not going to have too many level 2 belts in the future, so I would rather that these level 1 belts are all out of my life. Even if they don't technically need to be upgraded, they're doing their job. What was it? Lack of item? I did just put back a bunch of level 2 belts, so that could be it. Okay, let's grab... yeah, I did run out. Let's grab a few more. And don't worry, there's a place to put these level 1 belts that we're getting. I don't want to carry around level 2 belts to then decide I need to upgrade something to level 3. And we go. There we go. Are there any more level 1 belts here that need upgrading? That's level 2. Level 2. Level 2. What about you guys? All Mark 2? Good. Good, good, good. How about in here? Oh, we got some Mark 1s here. Get that. That's already green. That's yellow. Get rid of that. How about these? That's 2. That's 2. That's 2. I mean, like, most of these belts, it doesn't really matter that they're level 1. They're just, you know, basically to fill up the mall. But I'm kind of doing away with level 2 belts at this point, and I just don't want to worry about them. And so I'd rather just have everything upgraded. You know, particularly around here. Nope. That's already Mark 2. Never mind. That's Mark 1. Let's get that. That's Mark 1. Let's get that. That's Mark 2. That's Mark 2. What about over here in this production? Is this all Mark 2? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's all upgraded. What about you? Oh, these are Mark 1. And we're out again. I mean, we can just, you know, increase the potential capacity of our system by doing this. And we got lots of these level 2 belts already produced that we don't really... I mean, we do need them, but we don't need them in the nearly in the quantities that we were at. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we need just enough to produce level 3 belts, so, you know, why bother? Why not just upgrade everything to level 2 at least, and then we can pick and choose the stuff that goes to level 3. I think that's most of it, if not all of it. I could really use a function that says, you know, how many of this item is there, and then look for level 1 belts and see if there's any left. I think they're all upgraded at this point. I think everything's green. Green. Oh, nope. There's some level 1 oil belts. That's all green. That's green. That's green. So that's green. Okay, this should all be green over here. This was all done after I got green belts. It's just maybe the oil that's left in yellow. Some of it. I think a lot of it got upgraded as well, because I didn't want to bring oil in from the far side of the universe on a level 1 belt. So I think we're there. I think that's it. Because I know this all got upgraded a while ago. Because capacity. Okay. This is really not draining that oil supply much, is it? I need more drones. Here. You go there. I don't know where those drones were intended for. I built them for a specific job, but they can go there. Oop. Upgrade. Oh no, that's all Mark II. Okay. Okay. So let's put our Mark I belts away. And our Mark II belts away. Sort that. And now, we from now on only use Mark III belts because, yeah, they're a lot more expensive, but I just don't want to be bothered to carry multiple types of belts. Yeah, I just don't. I would do it for sorters. We still got lots of sorters. Let's do this and send that one back. Get that back for a refund. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we got belts upgraded. Okay, that's going to be it for today. I wasn't paying attention and ended up recording for about 2.5 hours. We know from previous experience that's way too long for an episode, so we'll end it here and pick up in the next one. This wasn't a building heavy episode, but we did tour about 8 hours of off-screen building and then get a bunch of things cleaned up so we can proceed forward. We will pick up here in the next episode tomorrow, and it should get a little more interesting. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn the game music back on before recording, so you got some nice royalty-free music in the background. Let me know in the comments if you prefer that or the game music. As usual, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you want to see, what you don't like, what you do like, and I will see if I can accommodate. Try not to have too much fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.